My name is Danae Davis. I'm 64 years old.
I am Parv, and I am 30 years old. Amazing. I'm here with the wonderful Danae, and we are colleagues working together for equity and justice. What I love about the Wisconsin partnership is the the promise of bringing together really different types of communities around that common vision. That you all have urban communities like Milwaukee and more rural places like Kenosha and Racine, and you're really lifting up the voices of families to drive with what change looks like, and particularly in our time and place and context in the world where there's so much polarization and people just talk about what a fractured world we live in, that you all have really been able to work across political divides to get people focused on what really matters, which is actually putting kids and families at the center.
Right,
What
right.
what's made that possible?
I think, the order is you build trust first. So, what is that expression? Speed at the change of trust? Anyway,
Right.
changes at the trust, something like that. It's true. Once, because, Milwaukee is the biggest city among those four partners. And heretofore, it's been Milwaukee versus the rest of the state. And it shows up a lot of times, even when people aren't trying to be intentional. You know what I mean? So when we first formed this partnership, if truth be told, it's is it was is Milwaukee going to force something down our throats? So we had to step back and start right, which was let's listen to one another about our communities, cultures, and priorities, particularly focused around early childhood education, and we had to come up with ground rules that shared power across all of the communities from the get go so that we demonstrated that and the core team is equal in power in terms of decisions to be made for the partnership. And then we all participated in hiring the staff and the team. And so that just, we took the time. The first year was a lot of build that trust, introduce the partnership in each community equally to their partnership. You know what I mean? So their leadership, local leadership, got to understand the partnership the way they needed to understand it. Milwaukee is not the same as Racine. Kenosha is not the same as Brown County. And we took the time to do that. So I think having started with build trust first, then you go to the common agenda. What are the two or three things we agree that we want to focus on? Shares and subsidy for childcare is one of the things that we all agreed. Now, each community may have something else they want to do, and we'll support you in what you want to do. But we're not forcing all of us to do the same thing. And once we agree on what we're going to advocate for and how we're going to advocate for it and how we're going to deploy resources to support the advocacy towards winning, then we build for the next phase of that partnership being successful at influencing policy. So that's kind of what I think that happened so far.
Yeah. Powerful ingredients, right? Group people aligned towards a common vision, trusting relationships, clear clear path to victory
Right.
and policy wins, making it happen.
So what flipped me from I've done all I can, in other words, giving up, was this movement that we're in. I can see how we can do something different, you know, than I've ever experienced in all of the prior, efforts, I'll just call them. And so I feel like I got renewed strength and I got renewed optimism. I'm inspired. And part of how I got there was the young people over and over again saying what must happen and what they're going to do to ensure. Well, how dare I, at whatever age, say that? Oh, I don't want to be a part of that. Oh God, no, I really do want to be a part of that.
We're so much stronger when we're all standing together in service of justice.